Now I ain't gonna lie. The next video I really want to watch is my homeboy's video. I know he dropped a new video recently. I know he dropped a new video recently. Hold on. Yep, whole lot of bass. Whole lot of bass. It got 15,000. 15. This is most viewed video. This is most viewed video. And I look, he watched a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, top 5 real quick.
I did watch a little bit, but we all gonna start all over. We all gonna start all over. Rest in Base was such a good project, bro. It was such a good project, bro. Okay. Okay.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy DJ, Mudge, whatever you want to call me. Like always, I really do appreciate y'all for watching my videos as well as subscribing to the channel.
Make sure you subscribe to my brother, bro.
Hope we get there soon. Appreciate y'all. Now, we all know that Che released his Rest in Bass album that everybody was waiting for the majority of the year. It was a project that everybody was so hyped for, not only because of the snippets, because of all the leaks that we had received. And I was pretty hyped to hear this project because I had seen him live twice, and I was like, you know what? I think this might be a potential album of the year. And let's just say, Che did not disappoint me at all. So peak, bro. On this album, he went for a more classic rage sound, and I love that he used his vocals more as an instrument instead of hiding behind the beat or 808s as he usually does in like Say So Says. Another thing that I really love about this album is that he had DJ Renaissance on a lot of the songs as like a normal DJ mixtape type of vibe. I feel like that really shows how connected the quote-unquote underground scene is and like how everybody likes to help each other out. And this was one of the first projects in a long time within the SoundCloud scene to really have features. He decided to bring on Osama's son for Hellraiser. He featured Xavier So based on Mannequin, and really a surprise, he decided to bring Chucky on Never Too Young to Die, which is actually my personal favorite song from the album. To give y'all a top 5 real quick, I'm gonna go Hood Famous, Marceline, MDMA, Never Too Young to Die, and Slam Punk. One of the great.
How y'all feel about this list? People that's watching the video, how y'all feel about this list? I go, this is a good list right here. This
intros to the album ever, to be honest. To finish up my rating, I think Che went 16 for 18, which equals to 88.8%. So I'm gonna give this album a B+. But let's just say a lot of people will probably disagree with me, bruh. Upon the release of this album, a lot of people heard a certain figure in the trap scene that they directed to. Now that figure is Playboi Carti and his album Whole Lotta Red that released in 2020. A lot of people on social media platforms were saying that he was biting Playboi Carti and everything about the album. One of the details that people pointed out between the two albums was the raw, unfiltered screaming in the background of some of the songs. Some people even pointed out using a quote-unquote certain voice, which I feel like is a reach to a certain degree. Now, do I think Che was inspired by Playboi Carti and Whole Lotta Red for the Rest in Bass album? Obviously, I'm not going to act oblivious to it. But saying that he's biting when in reality, he's really told us that he's inspired by this figure, it just makes no sense to me.
You could have a Mount Rushmore of all your inspirations, your biggest inspirations. Who would you say?
I ain't gonna lie.
Alright, let's do it.
I'll understand why people say that certain people is copying off certain people when honestly, if you can tell that, first off, we talking about Carti. Carti has been a huge inspiration to a lot of rappers that we have today, especially in the underground scene. So it's like, obviously, you know, like it's kind of hard to really like be original nowadays because like every idea that you may think of, someone already probably thinking that same idea or has already done that idea already. So it's kind of hard to like really try to figure out, okay, let me do this idea, make sure no one else did it. Oh shit, someone else already did that idea already. Okay, how can I revamp that same idea to make it even better than how that other person did it? And then that other person already does that idea that you was thinking of, and they just fucking just took off with that idea and just like made that idea just like fucking crazy, right? Now you gotta try to match up with that idea because it's like, okay, like it's just a lot going on. It's a lot of competition within like the whole industry. Like with any industry that you do, it's a lot of competition. So it's like it's really kind of hard to like really be original nowadays because with so many people just like starting to come in to like the rap industry, trying to be rappers, trying to be streamers, trying to be YouTubers. It's really hard to like try to like be like find like something that no one has never done because everyone has damn near done every single thing. Honestly, so I mean, like, I can see where people's coming from. Wow, you know, they say that Che not yeah, not Shay. Why Chet is biting off of Carti right now because of the name, obviously because whole lot of red, whole lot of bass. It's very similar. Like it's very similar, but the one thing that people cannot do is just like deteriorate the fact of what he's done on his project compared to what he does to Carti. We all know that Carti is going to do exponentially good on any album that he drops. Come on, it's Carti, right? But then you got like an underground rapper who's not really underground, but like not really mainstream. He comes into the scenery, then he drops a project that kind of has the same name, and he puts all his work ethic into that project so he can produce it, and it comes out like actually really being good. Like you gotta give credit where credit is due. Like you have to.
Oh, that's crazy. Chief Keef. Playboy Carti. Oh, shit. Say so.
There's literally an interview of Che talking about how he was watching Playboy Carti Rolling Loud performances. So there's no doubt that he's really inspired by Playboy Carti. So as a matter of fact, I'm gonna do this real quick.
What underground rapper?
I'm gonna give y'all the Mudge definition of biting and inspiration. Now, I feel like the definition of biting is taking someone's swag, style, or flow for better gain without giving proper credit. Now, if you're just trying to take something from somebody and you're not even bringing them up in any way, shape, or form, then that is biting, in my viewpoint. I think an example of this that a lot of people talk about is Ian and Breezo. I'm pretty sure we all know about the Ian, white rapper that blew up last year off the song Figure It Out. But when this first released, a lot of people pointed out that he was using the flow of another underground artist named Breezo. A lot of people say that he came off of his flow. One thing a lot of people probably don't know is that the two do have a song together called Two Steps. Even though the two have a song together, people still claim that Ian took Breezo's flow and decided to go up with it. Hey, it's just my opinion though. Please don't sue me, labels. Please don't. Now, an example of inspiration that I want to use that a lot of people may disagree with me on is Nine Vicious / Lil Key. Now, I know why a lot of people just say that he's biting or he's just a clone of Lil Key. But since the beginning, since he started blowing up, he's been giving credit towards Young Thug, YSL, and Lil Key as a whole. Because he knows without them that his music probably wouldn't be the same as it is. You know what? I'm going to just put it in a more simpler terms if you probably don't agree with me or you just don't get it. Now, let's imagine you and a friend decide to go to McDonald's and you see that they bought a burger for themselves. And without asking, you decide to take a bite because you're hungry and you know it's going to benefit you. That's quite literally biting. Now let's restart the scenario over. You and your friend walk into McDonald's and your friend buys a burger that you think looks good. Instead of just taking it from asking what the burger is and then decide to go order it yourself. Now if people ask you who put you onto this burger, now you're gonna say the person who originally you came to McDonald's with. Yes, I know that's the most random analogy, but I feel like that works the most in this scenario. That's smart though. Anyways, back to the main topic. I feel like Che does keep originality within this project with a lot of the tracks. Now I feel like definitely he keeps a lot of originality with tracks like Marceline, Die Young, MDMA, Black Swan, Air Drummer, and Bass, just to name a few. And I'm kind of convinced that a lot of people didn't even listen to the full album before going on Twitter and just raving at how he was quote-unquote biting. And that's another thing between rage music, underground fans just in general. They don't let the music digest and they don't actually hear it before they...
That'd be the problem, right? Bro, I've been listening to underground music ever since like back in like 2018. Like early 2018, right? So I'm kind of like hipped on to like a bunch of all this stuff already, bro. And it's not even just an underground, right? For example, right? In my opinion, I'm gonna be honest. I think Pink Tape by Uzi is a really good album. In my opinion, you wanna know why? And you can even say this with a whole lot of red. Matter of fact, skip Pink Tape. Let's go skip the whole lot of red since we talking about a whole lot of bass. Bro, when Whole Lotta Red first dropped, I'm not gonna lie, I was one of the people who really thought it wasn't really a good album. One, because Carti had delayed the album. Like, he delayed the album. We had to wait so long for the album. And then when the album first came out, it was about, like, probably, like, around, like, 3 in the morning. And when you listen to the album, it's like, okay, like, you got good songs, like, you know, Mr. Rage, we got Slat, like we have all these different songs, right? But they wasn't Carti-esque that people was like expecting. People was like, you know, people was so hipped onto nostalgia that they wasn't ready to like fully experience like, you know, the new. Like we going into a new era. So people just so quick to hating. And I was one of those people who was hating at first. But then over time, when you kept on listening to the album and like you really like listen to it for real, instead of off of just a one time thing, you really start to be like, okay, hold on, this shit is low key tough. This shit is low key tough. Like, hold on, and then you keep listening and listen to the other song that you didn't like at first. Then you listen to it again, and it's like, oh wait, what was I thinking? This shit is low key fire. Like, this shit is low key fire. So it's like people just go off with just a first instant thing instead of really taking the time to like really listen to the album and just, you know, they just run with their whole assumptions, especially since it's like a lot of trolls now on the internet. Like, it's, bro, it's crazy, bro. But I do feel like people really should really take their time while they're listening to a song or like any album or anything, right? Even like movies or whatnot. Bro, take your time and like rewatch it. If you don't like it the first time, make sure you watch it again to like really like get like the full understanding or like really the full effect. Cause you may fuck around and like the fucking song or the album or the fucking movie that you're fucking like watching or listening to.
Full opinion. I feel like that's what happened with the whole Lotta Red effect, where everybody did 180 and just decided to change their whole opinion on the album a couple months later. And I still feel like a lot of people don't understand the simplicity of that whole Lotta Red changed the whole entire next generation of music. A lot of people say that he started the whole entire Rage sound, and which I definitely agree that he pioneered it. I think that no matter what Rage album or what album comes after 2020, it's going to be directed to Playboi Carti if it's in that genre. And why may that be? It's because he set a new norm within this new genre of music and the SoundCloud scene in general. Now, let's be completely honest. A lot of the handful artists in the underground scene now are definitely inspired by Playboi Carti. It's just what you really decide to do with that inspiration and how you want.
Bro, Carti, first off, bro, if you throw in a Playboi Carti song, right? Like, matter of fact, I can play a Carti song right now. I'm gonna throw in a throwback too. I'm gonna throw in an old Carti song. Wait, hold on. Where's my SoundCloud? I'm gonna throw in an old Carti song, and niggas gonna understand why Carti, like, it just, bro, Carti's so tough, bro. Hold on. This is the old Carti song. Now niggas probably know this song. Niggas already know this song already. If you like really like hipped on. But, alright, ready?
Blowing on it by myself.
So.
Fucking self. I don't need no help.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Like, come on, bro. Like, you listen to that, matter of fact, I got another one. Where is it? Wait. I got another one. Where is it? No, not the ad. No ad. No ad. Ready? Like, bro, when this song came out right here, bro, you know how much this song had influenced the whole underground? Like, obviously, niggas gonna be inspired by Carti. It's fucking Carti. He's one of the OGs in this underground shit. Literally.
Take it or interpret it. A whole lot of Red is definitely going to be one of those albums that's going to be talked about for decades and decades on end because of the inspiration that it has behind it. I even seen a couple weeks ago that some of Yeat's biggest songs are on Playboi Carti and Filthy type beats. Playboi Carti is almost 30 years old. He's almost been doing this for 10 years, and most of the people that are in the current SoundCloud underground scene are way younger than him. Come on, y'all. We got to put two and two together. Like, as for Shay and Rest in Bass, it did receive twice as many good views probably as it did bad views. There were so many YouTube reactions, so many people people deciding to talk about this album because of the name that was connected with it. It's so crazy to see so many influencers and so many people on social media starting to look at this album and Che in general. One thing I want to bring up is Anthony Fantano gave this album a 7 out of 10, which is really, really surprising and went viral on social media as well. He's usually known for his harsh and in-depth rating, and a lot of people disagree with him all the time. He even gave Whole Lotta Red a 5 out of 10, which a lot of people was just completely in shock by. Maybe it grew on him though, who honestly knows. Che's monthly listeners on Spotify even bumped up crazy as well. He was just at 600,000 maybe before the album dropped. But throughout the past week, he has gained almost 300,000. Currently, as I'm making this video, he is at 909.7K. It's so crazy to see the exposure and growth that Che's been getting, and I can see him definitely with a way, way bigger audience by the end of 2025. Another thing, a lot of people pointed out that Yeat commented under Che's post pretty much saying that he co-signed him. And we all know how big Yeat is. He even headlined at Coachella, bringing in millions and millions of monthly listeners on Spotify. Yeat being one of the biggest rappers to come out of the SoundCloud scene in the past couple years, giving props to Che is really, really cool. Another thing I quickly want to bring up is Che decided to open up his own website called PraiseChe.com, where he released some merchandise for a lot of fans to buy. Some people even pointed out the funny things like a thong, underwear, and socks, and these headphones that a lot of people were saying are horrible quality. The items sold out completely within the span of a couple days, which is honestly not even surprising. Damn, you could give Twitter a chance to even buy a sleeveless shirt. Man, I was just trying to buy a sleeveless shirt, man. One thing that a lot of fans did point out that we can see is that there is a tour section on the PraiseChe.com website. And we all know Ken Carson was supposed to do the Lord of Chaos tour, where Che was supposed to be one of the openers. But it did get canceled recently, so could we begin a Rest in Bass tour really soon? I feel like this is Che's moment. I think he's going to keep going up from here as long as he plays the right cards and keep releasing great music. I think one thing that works for him really well is collaborations too, so I hope we do keep getting more collaborations. And one last thing before I go, man, what is up with y'all obsession with K3? Like, why do y'all keep slandering her, bro? Y'all gotta chill. Alright, anyways, bro, I'm done making this video. I hope y'all have
it's a reason why people slander K3 game. I'm pretty sure you know the reason.